In the 1980s, bodybuilding had many giants chasing size and power, but one man stood apart: Bob Paris. Instead of focusing only on mass, he built a body known for balance, symmetry, and beauty. Even now, at 64 years old, he's remembered as one of the most aesthetic bodybuilders in history. Bob Paris trained with a different mindset. For him, the gym was not just about lifting heavy weights. It was about shaping the body like a sculpture, where every muscle worked in harmony with the others. That philosophy made him a legend. So what were his real secrets? How did he train, eat, and stay in shape in a way that kept him both strong and perfectly balanced? In this video, we'll look at Bob Paris's 5 fitness rules, the meals he ate every day, and the weekly workout plan that defined his career. Rule 1. Focus on aesthetics. Bob often said that training should begin with a vision. You don't just walk into the gym and throw weights around. You picture the body you want to create and then train to match that vision. For him, every exercise was a step toward balance. If his upper chest needed more detail, he gave it extra attention. If his back lagged behind, he worked it harder. The goal wasn't just to get big, it was to look like a work of art. This idea of aesthetics set Bob apart. He treated his body like sculpture made of flesh and bone, each muscle carefully shaped to match the whole. Instead of chasing temporary strength or size, he thought long-term, asking himself how each workout fit into the bigger picture of balance and symmetry. Rule 2. Prioritize the upper chest. To Bob, a powerful chest wasn't just about heavy bench presses. He believed the upper chest defined the look of the torso. Too much size in the lower chest made the body look heavy and droopy, while a well-developed upper chest gave a youthful, lifted shape. That's why his workouts always started with incline presses and incline flies. He'd hit 4 sets of each, before moving on to flat dumbbell presses and pullovers. His final touch was high-rep dumbbell pullovers, which tied his chest and lats together for a more complete look. It wasn't about lifting the heaviest weight in the gym. It was about creating balance and shape that looked perfect from every angle. Rule 3. Feel every rep in the abs. For abs, Bob had a simple but powerful belief: quality beats quantity. He didn't waste time on endless sets of crunches. Instead, he focused on feeling every single contraction. Each rep had to count. His sweet spot was between 15 and 25 reps. Enough to build endurance, but not so many that form was lost. He used a mix of crunches, twists, and leg raises, both hanging and seated, to train the full range of abdominal movements. To Bob, abs weren't just decoration. They were the core of his balance, the center that held the whole body together. Rule 4. Change the rep range. While some bodybuilders stuck to the same number of reps every workout, Bob kept things flexible. Sometimes he went heavy with sets of 6, other times lighter with sets of 20. Most often, he stayed around 10 to 12 reps. This variety wasn't random. It kept his muscles guessing and his motivation high. Heavy sets challenged his strength, lighter sets pushed his endurance, and everything in between added layers of detail to his physique. For calves and abs, he went even higher, sometimes pushing past 20 reps. This constant shift helped his body avoid plateaus and kept progress steady. Rule 5. Make off days active. For Bob Paris, there was no such thing as a wasted day. Even when he wasn't lifting weights, he believed in what he called active rest. Instead of lying around or eating poorly, he stayed consistent with his goals. On these days, he would still do 20 to 30 minutes of cardio, often on a stationary bike or a step mill. To him, fitness was not something you switched on and off. It was always present. That's why he also used his off days for stretching, light mobility work, and even massage. These habits helped his muscles recover faster and kept him from feeling sluggish. Bob explained that skipping workouts completely or using off days as cheat days only slowed down progress. By staying active, he made sure his body stayed in motion and his results kept building. What Bob Paris ate every day, training was only half of the equation. Bob Paris was also strict with his meals because he knew that food shaped the body as much as the gym. His biggest rule was simple: eat your vegetables. He often said vegetables were like the mortar that holds bricks together. They kept the whole diet stable. Along with lean protein and complex carbs, vegetables balanced blood sugar, improved digestion, and supported recovery. So, what did a full day of eating look like for him? Breakfast. Bob started his day with a big protein-heavy meal. He often ate ground beef or steak paired with lima beans or chickpeas, rice, and spinach. This combination gave him lasting energy for his morning training sessions. Midday. Snack. A few hours later, he had a nutrient-packed snack of 1 whole egg plus 7 egg whites, mixed with oatmeal and non-fat milk. It was lighter than breakfast, but still high in protein to keep his muscles fed. Lunch. His midday meal usually included lean turkey or chicken breast, roasted corn or potatoes, and a large serving of green vegetables such as peas, beans, or Brussels sprouts. Spinach and broccoli were staples in his diet, often served as part of a salad. Evening snack. Later in the day, he fueled up again with a mix of seafood and steak. A typical choice was scallops with a side of steak, along with sweet potatoes and another portion of vegetables like broccoli or zucchini. Dinner. Bob finished his day with a lighter meal, but still made sure it was balanced. Cod was his usual protein, served with baked potatoes, asparagus, and sometimes an extra egg. This gave him everything he needed to recover overnight and wake up ready to train again. His meals were not flashy or complicated. They were built on consistency, balance, and whole foods. By sticking to this structure, Bob showed how important nutrition is for building and maintaining a strong aesthetic physique. Bob Paris's weekly workout routine. Training with balance also meant structuring the week carefully. Bob Paris didn't leave things to chance. He divided each day into focused sessions that targeted different areas of the body. Day 1, chest, shoulders, triceps, abs, and cardio. The week began with upper body pushing muscles. He focused on incline bench presses, incline flies, flat dumbbell presses, and pullovers for the chest. For shoulders, he used side raises and barbell presses, followed by dips and kickbacks for triceps. He added core work with hanging leg raises and crunches. Every session ended with 20 to 30 minutes of cardio, usually on a bike or stair stepper. Day 2, legs, calves, and cardio leg day was built around squats, lunges, and extensions. He also included stiff leg deadlifts for hamstrings and both standing and seated calf raises. Reps were higher here, sometimes up to 20 because legs respond well to more volume. Cardio closed out the session. Day 3, back, biceps, and forearms pulling muscles were the focus on the third day. Wide grip pull downs, dumbbell rows, and shrugs worked his back, while curls of different types, barbell, incline dumbbell, and pulley, built the arms. For forearms, he finished with wrist curls and grip training. Hyperextensions were added to strengthen the lower back. Day 4, active rest. Instead of a complete break, Bob used this day for recovery with light cardio, stretching, and mobility. This kept blood flowing to the muscles and helped with faster recovery, all while keeping him in the rhythm of training. Day 5, chest, shoulders, triceps, abs, and cardio. The 5th day repeated the push-focused workout, but with slightly different variations. Bench presses, cable crossovers, and bent-over raises replaced some of the earlier moves, keeping variety in the week. Abs and cardio were again included at the end. Day 6, legs, calves, and cardio. Another leg day followed, but this time the focus shifted. Hack squats and leg presses replaced some of the earlier movements, while curls and calf work were again emphasized. By hitting legs twice per week, Bob maintained both size and balance. Day 7, back, biceps, and forearms. The final day of the week returned to pulling exercises. Pull downs, low pulley rows, T-bar rows, and shrugs built the back, while curls hit the biceps from different angles. Wrist curls ended the routine. Like every other day, cardio remained part of the program. Bob Paris proved that bodybuilding is not only about size. By focusing on aesthetics, balance, and overall health, he built one of the most admired physiques in history. Even at 64, his 5 simple rules: train for aesthetics, build the upper chest, feel every ab rep, vary rep ranges, and stay active even on rest days remain a guide for anyone serious about fitness. His diet and weekly plan showed how discipline creates lasting results. Bob didn't just build muscle, he built a philosophy where strength, art, and health came together. If you enjoyed learning from Bob Paris's story, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more fitness legends, and share it with someone who needs inspiration today.